show yourself a man. We about to define what a man is according to the Bible. We think men is the definition of men. Oh, he's of age. That don't make you a man. Oh, he can have children. That don't make you a man. Your job status, that don't make you a man. How many of our sisters that men lay with till late, that don't make you a man. So that's when we gotta be like, you know what? We gotta question what's going on. Because this Bible, I'm reading what this Bible, what God is saying, but this man is saying something totally different. So let God be true and every man a liar. You've been knowing you Israel for 15 years. Okay, all praise, all praise. So you know what tribe you from?
I think so.
Okay, all right. So do you know what's required of you? You could drop everything.
No.
As an Israelite.
Meaning, period, or what?
What's required of you from the Most High God? Deuteronomy 10.
Well, I know he expects his people to be ministers. I know for a fact.
Okay.
He says that. That's it. I mean, I'd like to say, I've been reading up on just like you're just talking about what you eat and blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Okay.
And why the curses of the air and what people are doing, so what not to do. Just follow the commandments. You know?
Okay. Okay, so here's, we gonna read out the Bible, what's required of us, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? You've been knowing for 15 years, so the Lord been showing a lot of mercy, a lot of mercy.
I said something to me a long time ago when I was a teenager, that it started to seep in.
Okay.
He was visiting from Oregon. And my grandmother had this
right.
He go, what's this? He said, you go, well, you
right. So, right. So watch this. We talking about your salvation. What's your name again? Anthony, we focusing on you today. Don't worry about nobody else but yourself, right? So watch this. The Lord is going to tell you what he requires from you, Anthony. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God.
So now, replace Israel with Anthony. Now, Anthony, what does the Lord thy God require from you? But to fear him, right? Watch this, read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
We got to walk in all his ways, read.
And to love him.
We got to love him, read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
So the Most High God is requiring you, Anthony, to keep his commandments. So, do you know about the fringes?
No, he was just talking about it.
Okay, so we gonna get it. Because, 15 years, all right, all praises you know. But guess what? There's people, in the Bible, guess what? Our people knew that they was Israel. But they didn't follow the commandments. That's why we got brought over here on slave ships today. You understand?
Every time whenever I bring this subject up, somebody has the biggest problem I have. It goes about halfway in and it sticks there. It's kind of frustrating.
So,
but I do it. Like I said, the people I know that I trust, like my niece, I've been talking to her for since I got here.
Right. So watch this. You can't teach your niece if you ain't first applying yourself. That's a hypocrite. She will never come into the faith because she looking at you. Watch this, read that.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38.
Here's one small commandment that the Most High God say he require of you, Anthony. Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of the garment.
So you know what fringes are? These are fringes. Just look at the examples. These are fringes. This is the example, right? How you doing, my sister? What's your name? Anthony, how you doing? Say Shaw. Shelly. All right, I'm gonna call you Shelly. How you doing? My name's Benaiah. I'm going over with Brother Anthony here, right? One of the laws that the Most High God require us to do, right? Because it's one thing to know who you are, right? But it's another thing to now, okay, what is my purpose here on earth? So our people lack purpose. Our people lack vision. Our people lacks the understanding on why they're here on this earth. So real quick, you see yourself on this sign? Where you see yourself, sis? You smiling. Benjamin, from the tribe of Benjamin. All praises, sis. So this Bible is written to the 12 tribes of Israel, right? We just read to Brother Anthony, the Lord thy God require something from us, which is to keep his commandments, right? So we are reading the commandment for Anthony, and now you, what's your name again? Shelly. I'm gonna get it. So one of these commandments, it could be applied to both of y'all, right? Let's read that again from the top.
Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments.
So what you gonna realize when we start to really read this Bible is this Bible is talking to the children of Israel. These people on this sign. He's not talking to all nations. He's dealing with one nation of people and one nation of people only. From Genesis to Revelation. It's not gonna change, right? So he says, speak to the children of Israel and tell them what?
Throughout their generation, and that they may put upon the fringe. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments.
So we gotta make fringes on the borders of our garments. For the men, it will be their shirts. For you, sis, either your shirt or a dress. We gonna touch on that. I think you already know where I'm going by how you smiling. So Israel is commanded from the Most High God that what? One of our dress codes is to wear fringes. Right? Read.
Throughout their generation.
Throughout our generation. We still populating, right? You got children, right? I got children. He got children. Sis, you got children? No? Okay. So guess what? Lord willing, you get you a husband, right? That's in these commandments. You bear children from them. Guess what? They got to put on fringes. That's what throughout your generation means. Throughout your generation, right? Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So look at the examples. We got fringes, right? And a border of blue. It could be any color blue. Any color blue, and it could be any color fringes, whether it be red, white, purple, what have you. But guess what? The ribbon must be blue. That's an easy commandment we could keep. Read. But here's why. Because our people get caught up into things. They celebrate things. But when you ask them, what's the purpose of you doing that? Why do you wear those clothes? What does that mean on your shirt? Our people don't have an answer. But when we go to this Bible, okay, we got fringes on. But why? Here's the answer. Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that he may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and to do them.
See there? The fringes is to remind us that we Israel, we must be keeping God's commandments. Because I'm going to keep it real, right? We know this world, our women dress provocative, right? They dress with that sexual attention, right? So if I'm walking down the street, if I'm driving and I see a sister dressed in their modest, guess what? I got to look and I'll be like, nope. I got to remember, look at my friends and remember, hey, that's my sister. She don't know. Huh?
I got mad. Talking about how the women were walking around.
Right, but guess what? Anthony, remember, this is for your salvation. The Lord thy God require you to do what? Just not what we just read. And what's one of the commandments we just read? Watch this.
The commandment in regards to the fringes?
There you go. Shelly paying attention.
I didn't look at that as a commandment. I just looked at it as just...
But that's a commandment of the Lord. You see what I'm saying?
Kind of a requirement. So.
It's a commandment, right? So watch this, right? So we broke God's commandments and we came. Are you familiar why we came over here or how we came over here? Let me ask you that. Okay, so how did we come over here? As a people, as a nation of people. By what means of transportation? Ships, right? So watch this. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. So I just gave you one commandment to show you that it's action that we must be doing. Hold that real quick. Let's get 1 Kings 2 and 2. Because this for Anthony. He said he been knowing Israel for 15 years. But guess what? Application got to come behind that. Because we ain't getting in the kingdom without application. Read that.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 1. verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So this is King David talking to his son Solomon, right? He says, show yourself a man. We about to define what a man is according to the Bible. We think men is the definition of men. Oh, he's of age. That don't make you a man. Oh, he can have children. That don't make you a man. Your job status, that don't make you a man. How many of our sisters that men lay with till late, that don't make you a man. We about to find out in the Bible what makes us a man, right? And woman. Watch this, read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
See there? When we read this Bible, it don't gives us Baptist. It don't gives us Catholic. It don't give us Jehovah Witness, Seventh-day Adventists. He said, keep the charge. Do what I say. Keep the charge. Read.
To walk in his ways.
See that? We read that twice for you, Anthony. Shelley, you hearing this for the first time. We gotta walk in his ways. They say if you talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. We gotta walk the walk. We truly say we love the Lord. Guess what? We gotta walk in his ways, right? Read.
To keep his statutes and his commandments.
See there? Read that part again.
To keep his statutes and his commandments.
So the Most High God is plain. We gotta keep the commandments of the Lord. But what happened? Deuteronomy 28. What happened? It's clear cut. He never said go worship on Sunday. He never said that. He said do what I say. What can we find Sunday worship in the Bible? We can't find it. Show us one scriptures. We ask y'all pastors to show us one scripture where Christ commanded us to serve him on Sunday.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
So that's when we got to be like, you know what? We got to question what's going on. Because this Bible, I'm reading what this Bible, what God is saying, but this man is saying something totally different. So let God be true and every man a liar.
Right.
Notice we going in the Bible showing y'all who y'all are and what's required of us, guess what? To obtain salvation. Who's tired of working? You tired of working. All of us are tired of working. But guess what? How we gonna fix it? Because we was made to rule. You was made to be a princess. You was made to be royalty, sis. You was made to be a god on this earth, brother. Right. But why we ain't in our natural state? Here's why. Read.
Verse 15.
Yep.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is speaking to the Israelites. If we don't listen to him, if we don't hearken, that's what hearken means. If we don't obey him, it shall come to pass, meaning it's a future prophecy. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
All his religion?
All his commandments.
Politics?
All his commandments.
It's simple. All his commandments. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God is saying, I chose you, but if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna punish you. Was you punished as a child? I know I was punished as a child. My brother, I know you was punished as a child. So God is saying the same thing to his children. You don't obey me, I'm going to punish you. But his punishment is on a whole nother level. We're about to explain it. Verse 68. I want y'all to take a look at this sign right here. Right there. Watch this come to life in the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with sheep.
The Lord shall bring us into Egypt again with what?
With sheep.
With what?
With sheep.
So now I know you're saying, well, we in America, right? So watch this. Exodus 20. Exodus 20. Because are y'all familiar with the Exodus from Egypt? All right, so let me ask you, Anthony. What was we doing, the nation of Israel, in Egypt?
We were slaves.
We were slaves. Do you agree, Shelley? You know that history a little bit? We were slaves. That's why I remember you ever hear, let my people go. Remember that song? Let my people go. That was Moses saying that to Pharaoh. Let my people go. Who is this people? Israel. So Israel was serving slaves in Egypt, right? So let's read the definition of Egypt. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So he keeps saying he's the Lord, our God. That's possessive. That's your purse. That's your shirt. That's your headphones. You understand?
Blood over. What no question.
But here's the thing. It's not about what we know. It's about what we show to the Lord that we love him. So we got to understand why, what happened, right? Watch this, Shelly. Read.
Out of the house of bondage. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So the Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt by the hand of Moses, right? Watch this. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
What did the Lord call Egypt?
Bondage.
Bondage. What's another word for bondage? Slavery. Slavery. We were slaves in Egypt. Read, that's it? Let's go back. So now we got to understand then on what Egypt mean. Like, for example, when your parents say, I'm going to go get that belt, what that mean? You about to get punished. So when the Most High God said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt, we going back well? Into slavery. We going back into slavery. The Bible is his own definition. Dictionary. It's his own dictionary. We just got to sit down, learn, and guess what? Apply. And the Lord going to open up your understanding, just like he opened up ours.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, his word.